Boom. We could make like a compilation of all the lives we've done together. So we could have like the very beginning and just do highlights of the way forward. But a question I have for you, because it's kind of funny now, I think the last live we did, the buy box issue was a huge deal, and it still is. What's your opinion on that now that it's been down for a whole month? Are you putting job applications out yet?
I'm still bullish. Dude, it's hard, right? Because for somebody like me, I have the cash flow. For a newer person, I think you get frustrated a lot more quicker when it comes to this. But I mean, even if it stays this way, I did a coaching call over in Steve's group and broke down like how much I made per hour, right? So like, even if this is the worst of times, I think people don't realize this that if they actually figured out how much they make per hour, it's more than they're going to make going to get a job anywhere, right? So like I broke it down. I made like $54 and some change per hour. I'm like, there's no job that's going to pay you anywhere close to that. So I think people just get carried away with it. And if they really understood their numbers, you wouldn't be as like petrified and like this is it. Like even if it stays this way, you're still going to make more money doing this than you can if you went and just got a job and work for somebody else. And you still can scale this business even with this going on. Sure, you got to change some things along the way and make some, you know, big changes possibly to your business. Yeah, but that's any business, dude. No business stays the same. If you do, you go out of business like Toys R Us and Kmart and Sears and everywhere else.
Yeah, 100%. Are you noticing? Is there a difference with CDs and DVDs?
100%, dude. So here's my theory on it, right? Because everybody's just got theories. A lot of the huge mega bulk sellers are booksellers, right? Now, a lot of them don't do as much disc media heavily. So if you look at the mega sellers in the books category compared to the CDs and DVDs category, you don't have as many merchants that are selling shit for $2, right? So in the CD and DVD category, we're not as affected, and most of us that sell CDs and DVDs have new inventory that
Mm-hmm.
is still buy box eligible. So yeah, it's definitely not never hits me as hard the past three times it's happened because I'm like 70% disc media. But yeah, dude, it's I think the books are just there's so many huge players that sell their items for under $2. You're never the discrepancy is too big to ever win the buy box from them because their price is so low. So even if you go $7, $8, they're still going to give it to the merchant at $2. So that's what I think is causing the people that are only selling the books to be down like 60, 70% versus somebody like me who winds up down between like 20 and 30%. But like I
Awesome.
said, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's good. Do you know about the used buy box specifically for used media versus books?
Yeah, so I actually did some research. The it's still happening. Condition is more of a bigger thing that it used to be, right? I'm having the go-to lister call this Saturday, and I'm gonna dive into a little bit more. But condition does play a role nowadays with this buy box issue, whether it's permanent or not permanent. So I just challenge everybody to take a look at their conditions and condition up versus conditioning now down. Like it never used to matter. I just tell everybody condition everything good. I think that's changed almost upside down completely now that this is going on for a month. And I personally started conditioning my items differently. I'll tell you right now, I don't condition anything. I don't condition anything good or less anymore. So
Mm.
I won't go into specifics because then the whole damn community is asking me what I'm conditioning, how I'm doing it. But yeah, I'm not doing anything good anymore. Everything's above good. Yeah, there's no point not doing it. If you look at the actual condition guidelines on Amazon, they're pretty pathetic. Like you'd be surprised at what you can get away with for an item that you list as very good or like new. Like theoretically, you can list an X library book as like new.
So what you're saying is when they list would go to lister, click that LN button before they get started in their batch.
I'm not going on record, but you did. Yeah. So just remember that condition does play a factor now, and everything I've said for the past 5 years that just send everything is good was valid up until a
Yeah,
month ago.
yeah. As a consumer on Amazon, because I've always been, you know me, I've always been on the. I'm not. It's for me. It's just about the speed. I like to have one condition and just get it out the door. But sometimes I have a batch and I'm like, all this shit's like almost like new or even new. There was a phase like in 2019 where I was listing books as new, and people still do this. Like they have books that are in new condition. They've never been read before. maybe even they have a remainder mark on it. And I know a lot of people that sell those books as new. This is not advice. Make sure that you have a seasoned account if you're going to make sure you know the rules before you break them. That's the key there. But for me, it's always been about speed. Like I've done like a lot of liquidation deals, and thinking of sitting down and conditioning each one was like, and Greg Murphy told me back in the day that, or no, it was Greg Murphy or somebody at one of those events said, whatever the buy box is, like people don't look at condition. So like if you win the buy box, you're going to get the sale. And so I was just like, okay, Roger that. But as a buyer, maybe it's because I'm an Amazon seller, but when I go to buy a book, I almost always look for very good or like new if I want to buy used. Because like we're booksellers, we know that if we scroll through the offers, like unless it's Goodwill or something, if it's Goodwill, I'll buy because I know that they do what we do. Like they just list everything as good. And so if you buy from Goodwill, there's a high chance a good or acceptable book's going to be in good condition or very good condition. And so I've always been skeptical about that too, low key. But I just don't have the patience to sit there and change from like new to very good, whatever. So I think a good strategy is like, if you know your lot is like mostly good condition books, then maybe do very good or like new, if that's going to get you the buy box. Because if we have evidence of that, you should definitely chase the buy box.
There's concrete evidence. I went in and did a little bit of research. There's actual proof that the condition matters. Even so, if you're good and I'm very good, and you're priced cheaper than me, even though you're good and you're in the cases I was looking at was around $1 difference. You're $1 cheaper. We're both FBA. You're good. I'm very good. You lose. I win.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly it matters. But yeah, it's like you said with that remainder book, people sell them as new. People, if you follow I think the problem is people get caught up with what their standards are and what Amazon standards are, right? So if you go look at what like new is, I said an X library book can be considered like new in Amazon standards, but 95% of booksellers are like, there's no way an X library book can be considered like new. Well, we're not playing by your standards. And I understand a lot of people that sell books care about books. I'm just doing what the platform expects of me.
Yeah.
And if it's going to be like new and I have a chance to make more money, well, then you get the people that are like, well, Avery, you're going to get all returns now. No, you're not. You're going to outweigh your return percentage by making more sales by higher grading your items than you are the 0.5% increase. You're going to returns are non-existent in media. I'm under 3%. Like when people start talking about returns, I'm like, it has no effect on your business.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Let's see. Avery, do you think Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana will have more potential in the future? I'm no Bitcoin or crypto expert, even though I do buy a lot of it. I do think it's going to go, like I've said on previous episodes and my YouTube channel. I documented it. I think that crypto is going to go to the moon. Specifically, Bitcoin's the safest one, but I think Ethereum and Solana have a lot of potential if people actually use them for currencies. I think they have more potential for currencies, and I think Bitcoin is going to be the GOAT overall. So I don't know. If you ask ChatGPT, it'll tell you. I think it'll tell you Solana or Ethereum has more potential, but all of them have potential to go to zero. So we'll see. How long does it take Amazon to FBA? How long does it take to fill an Amazon FBA box since you have to scan through hundreds of books? Super helpful video. Says Este La Star.
Dude, I mean, think about it. We've had times where we walk into a store and one shelf is like, I think the most I ever hit in a row was like 13 accepts in a row. And they were all like how to paint hot rod books. They're like smaller, skinnier paperbacks. But like, it really depends on the quality of the items you have. It could be, I mean, if you're talking about listing or just finding enough to fill, like I do the Lowe's boxes, 16 by 12 by 12. You can fit about 40 books, 82 DVDs, and like 180 CDs. So if you're just talking books, 40 books, if you got a really good source, I mean, if you go to any library sale, you should be walking out with at least 40 books. Even if there's only 3,000 books at the library sale, you should still walk out with that. It just really depends. If you go to your crappy Goodwills, I'm never going to get 40 books from a single. I'm never going to get 40 books from all the Goodwills in central Pennsylvania. So I think a lot of it is based on your sources. But I mean, it's not going to be like you're going to be grinding. It's going to be like you were out all week and you only got one box. It's not like that. You're going to find profit. It's just a matter of scanning. You can expect usually for me, it's about an 8% accept rate. So every 100 I scan, I get 8 books. If I need 40 books, I need to scan 500 books to get my 40 books. So that's kind of where you're at mentality wise when it comes to how much stuff you actually have to scan.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if right now, like there's better books out there because people are a little bit bearish on the whole situation. Like I'm wondering if you go into like an average bookstore or library sale, if there's just more books on the shelves.
Yeah, it sucks though because all the library sales are done for the season because it's winter. It only run. You really don't get many in the winter. At least up here in Pennsylvania, all the libraries already had their fall sales, so it's kind of quiet. Because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, are all these greedy scumbag groups of 20 still going to be at these sales now that this is
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, we had something similar happen with my wholesale business where everybody got restricted, and then we just noticed like nobody was selling FBA for a while, and then slowly but surely everyone started selling FBA again. So there's always that moment of opportunity after Amazon scares the shit out of you to make more money. So Mike, what changes are you implementing to win buy box now other than up in condition? Anything else?
It's just going to be your condition basically, and don't send in slow moving shit. I know that sounds stupid, but I literally recorded a podcast the other day, and I was talking about how my average sales price went down from last year, but my units sold was up like 70% over last year. So my whole game plan this whole year has been sell through before this even happened, right? I want to When I scan it, I want to see I'm profitable at the lowest FBA price. When I send it in, it's going to be the lowest FBA price. I'm going to reprice at the lowest FBA price, and now I just add the condition on top. Like I said, I'm really not getting killed as bad as other people, but I am more into disc media. I still scan all the damn books. It's not like I neglect the books when I go to the stores. It's just I don't have the best quality books around me, and the way the fees are structured on Amazon, I can find a lot more $12 profitable DVDs and CDs than I can find $17 to $20 books to make the same amount of profit. But you got to be, I've been telling everybody, man, for the longest damn time, you have to be aggressive with your pricing. We're paying nothing for this stuff. I promise you, if you just keep turning your money into more money, you will make more money. Don't be afraid to just be like, well, and Avery even said this before we started recording this. If you could sell all of your inventory today, we all would, because we can just go find it to replenish it over the next month, right? So that's the mentality I want everybody to have when it comes to actually pricing their shit. And it just gets super aggressive. You paid $1 for it. Do you need to max it out at $150? Well, what if you could get $100 today for it? Or would you wait 3 months to get $150? I'm taking $100 right here, right now, every single time. You can give me less than $100. I'll take $50 right here, right now.
Yep. Do you track your turn rate?
Yeah, dude, I turn and burn. I'm at like 25% of my inventory a month is sold.
Nice.
And at the end of the rainbow, when it's time to send them all to the incinerator, it's usually only about 30 to 60 units on the high end that I'm actually getting rid of on a rolling 12-month basis. So I'm sending roughly in a month, I'm sending anywhere between like 800 and 1,500 depending on the month. And I'm selling right around 1,100 a month. So I'm only getting rid of, a small percentage after 12 months of my inventory is actually being disposed of.
Should we buy the dip as Amazon FBA bookseller? So Mike's been talking about this a little bit, so I'll chime in. I mean, books are going to be books no matter what, FBA is amazing, the opportunity we have with that. I mean, we all could think of doing MF, that's always an option. If buy box is there, maybe that's a good choice. But as long as FBA exists, like you can ship your books to Amazon and they do all the work. Like when that is gone, then we can have a YouTube video where we talk about the good old days. That's when we can sit down and say, man, do you remember when we could send boxes to Amazon, just send shit? Literally, it's still kind of like that. Yeah, the account shutdowns are crazy, whatever, but like you can just pack shit, send it to Amazon, and they'll do their best to give you a sale. And so right now I just focus on buying valuable books, maybe be a little bit more picky. Those books that had low MF offers at $5 to $9 with an FBA at 11, maybe those aren't your best bet, but all the books with like low merchant offers at 15, those are still fair game. And I guarantee you, if we look at all of our inventories and ran numbers, like those books are going to make you the most profit anyway. Your higher priced books on average are going to bring you most of your profit. Caleb Roth, he did a study a few years ago, many years ago, almost 10 years ago, Caleb Roth did a study where he looked at a bulk bookseller and they sold millions of books a year. And he found out that 40% of the books they sold made up like 3% of their profit or some crazy number like that. And he was telling them, he was like, hey, how about you guys just stop sending in all this shit? And this was like before removal fees and disposal fees, which are crazy expensive now. Like they're really like that's really changed a lot. This was before all that. And he was like, how about you just stop sending 40% of what you're shipping out? And they're like, well, what would our guys do? Like, what would our guys do in the warehouse? You know, and like it's there's always that dilemma of like most of your profits made by a little bit of your effort, and then your job is to maximize that effort and really make that effort bigger, and then scratch the old effort that wasn't bringing any profit, and then you're gonna have a new problem where out of all the new effort you have, now there's a small percent of your new effort that doesn't bring as much profit, and you cut that, and then it's doing that over and over and over again. And Mike's done that in a bunch of different ways. He's finding how to condition. He's finding that CDs, DVDs, whatever are good. And he's slowly fine tuning that 20% of his effort that's bringing 80% of the profit. And then that's the name of the business. And right now we're just dealing with the giant roadblock that some people are going to make it past and some people are going to go out of business. And it's going to keep happening over and over and over again, no matter what business model you're in. Do you have any videos on how to start selling DVDs and CDs?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you just go to YouTube and type in how to get ungated on DVDs and CDs, and you'll get a bunch of videos. Most people use Christian Book. I'm not sure if they're still taking it for the actual category ungating, but you could do like Target, just find a DVD you're gated in, because you got to get ungated in the category before you can sell them. Buy 10 DVDs, submit the invoice, then you can start selling DVDs. It's going to just be like the book category. You're going to have a lot of restrictions in the beginning. But there's a lot of profit. And for those that don't know, the removal fees are going down on DVDs and CDs next year. So the removal fees are going down. So it's all in the same spot.
CDs and DVDs.
What'd you say?
Just for CDs and DVDs.
Well, it's based on the weight of an item. So anything that weighs less than half a pound, the removal fee is going down by 20 cents. So it'll be 84 cents instead of $1.04 to remove any single CD or DVD.
Gotcha. Mike, you just called Max a scumbag.
I would call anybody a scumbag who gets to a library sale and then 5 minutes before they open, like 35 people come out of the car and they can't say excuse me a single time, and they're the most impolite, stinky smelling people, right? I don't say this just to say it. I stand in line with these people. This one dude, Avery, he must spray a full can of Axe body spray on him. Like, I can smell that he's in line once I open my car door from the parking lot. I'm like, oh, he's here again. This guy is he's here. And yeah, they got no manners. They don't care. They rush in and they get nuts for their stupid ass history books. I walk over the DVDs, CDs, leave with 5 times the amount of shit they do.
Oh shit. I just sold a 3K book set on eBay that I got for $6 at a thrift store. What's your best tip for Amazon FBA as a newbie? I'm getting free books from Facebook. Only have a basket of profitable books out of 1K. Well, it sounds like you're filtering them good. A lot of people get 1,000 books and they send in 500. That's not what you should be doing. So at least you're filtering them right. Congratulations on that 3K. She beat me, bro. She beat me on the 2K.
I'm pretty sure everybody's beating me. I think like my highest sale ever from media on Amazon was like $275. That's it, dude. And I'm out here making hand over fist dollars. I find none of this special stuff like you and her find. I'm out here scraping the bottom of the barrel.
So what's your best tip for Amazon FBA? You want to give some sourcing tips? Because I always send the email out to my audience and I say, hey, I'm going to teach you. Oh, Mike's going to go over how he sources. So do you want to give a sourcing rundown?
Be picky. So kind of what Avery said, it sounds like you are being really selective about what you want to send. In the beginning, make sure you are sending items that have a high sell-through. So if I was brand new or the brother I don't have wanted to start selling on Amazon today, I say, you got to go see what your sources got, right? And you need to set up a trigger set that's going to be profitable. So when you go Google or go to YouTube, look up, Scoutly, Scout IQ trigger set. There's a line item in there. It says sales score. That's how many times an item sold in the past 6 months, right? So you can equate that. If it's a 6 sales score, that sells roughly once a month. You don't want that as a new seller because you have to earn the buy box in the book category. You only want to focus on things that are 24 plus. You want to send in books that sell at least once every single week as a new seller. So you still can get sales while you grow your business. A lot of it is finding weird sources that just is not the run of the mill. Don't, you can go to the Goodwills and Salvation Armies. Some of them are still good, but I want you to look at the mom and pop thrift shops. Bookstores, believe it or not, actual bookstores, you can find lots of stuff. They don't sell online, most of them. They just sell in store, or they do a little bit of eBay. Another thing you want to look at is your library sales. Don't be intimidated by all the losers you see with their scanners and their family showing up. It's A-okay. There's plenty of profit to be left behind. You just got to think outside the box. Your actual library usually has a little section that sells books. That's where you're going to find the quality stuff, not your Salvation Army and not your Goodwills no more.
Yeah. And just scan. Where are you located? Este La Star. A lot of it's location dependent too. Like the Goodwills might be good near someone, and then the library sales might suck, or they might be non-existent, or maybe they don't have the ongoing sales. Maybe Facebook Marketplaces pickups are great. Maybe Craigslist pickups are great. You kind of got to tap into what's good in your market. The bigger city you're in, the better. Northeast is great. She's in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, so maybe just mess around with all the different sources and see which ones hit. But you're already doing some of the better strategies, which is Facebook Marketplace. Like that's kind of like the next level. And if you can get good at that, a lot of people aren't good at that. A lot of people just want to go to Goodwill and scan the shit on the shelf. So you're already a step ahead.
Yeah, build relationships, word of mouth spread. You go pick up books, and then one of their friends or family members needs books going. That's the way you get the quality stuff. You want to get it before it goes to the thrift store. And doing the pickups is literally you going to get it, so they don't got to take it to the thrift store. That's how you beat out all these bozos. I got this one Goodwill. I went to it not that long ago, and dude, they sit by the back door. They just sit there waiting, right? Like they wheel out a rack, and like there's like 6 people that just grab the rack and start fighting over thing like all day long. Like what a miserable life. Like you couldn't pay me enough to go sit at the Goodwill and wait and pray that they wheel out this rack and there's a damn book on it, and then I gotta hope it's profitable. I'm like, these people are crazy out here.
Yeah, it is crazy, man. People are crazy.
Some scanners at library sales are the worst. They are rude and make us all look bad. 100%. But it's your job as a good scanner to try to change the mindset around these scumbags. And I do that all the time. I have nice conversations with the old ladies that run the sales. When you go in, when you check out, just treat people how you want to be treated. You can't control what other people do. So in Scout, I got to tell the story. So in Scoutly, you can change your accept sound, right? So they got like a whole list of goddamn things, right? So I'm scanning the CDs at this library sale. One of the rats comes over, he's scanning next to me, and he's got his thing instead of like the cha-ching, you can have it set to say booyah. And he's got fucking booyah set on his phone. So I'm sitting here, booyah, booyah. I'm like, oh my God. And they all got to have their sound on. They all got to have their sound maxed out 100% level. This guy's phone is just screaming booyah every 20 CDs he scans. I almost busted out laughing. I was standing right next to him.
Oh, man. I've been messing around with different scouting tools, and I'm in the process of working on something. I guarantee you there's going to be, this is my promise to you guys. I promise there's going to be a sourcing tool in the next few months. All right.
Good.
That's my promise. So, yeah, this one here is a farting noise. My buddy actually made this. He runs a multi-million-dollar operation. He doesn't really have obviously no YouTube following or anything, but this was actually profitable. He just goes,
See, Avery's that guy at the library sale. He's got his phone maxed out. Yep.
But yeah, we'll have something coming for you guys in 2026 for sure.
Good.
Yeah, and I'll be meeting you about that soon.
The current one sucked, dude. I go on record all the time. I don't have a choice. I'm left with nothing. Have you noticed a lot of people quitting this month, Avery, due to buy box switch? Listen, those are quitting. They were already 1 foot out the door. If you're looking for an answer, you're going to find it somewhere along the route. I mean,
yeah, I will say I saw 2 veterans quit. Ryan, at least I don't know if they were trolling or if it was for real, but Ryan Holtz and Michael Kreider in the Facebook groups, they've been around for years. Anybody who's been around the Facebook group for like 5 years, like those are OGs. And both of them voted on a poll, F this, I'm out. I think Michael Kreider is actually out. I don't know if he ever comments on your YouTube videos or anything, but
I don't think so. I heard of him though. I know he does pretty decent. So I mean,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
surprised.
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's tough, but like you said, people are just looking for like if there's a will, there's a way, and you probably have to pivot. You probably have to do something different. You got to get better sources or start listing as like new. We should always chase the buy box is what we should be doing, but um, nothing crazy. But the overall sentiment of the community is definitely down right now. But that's where the opportunity is at. Um, is there a Scoutly Scout IQ needed? No, you definitely want to use Scoutly or Scout IQ for now until we come out with something better. But you can just use your phone with those apps. You can use a camera on your phone. Do you recommend a scanner?
For just starting out, get a super cheap one. Get like a cheap $10 Nanomu or something. Don't get crazy with it.
Yeah,
Brand new. Make sure you already have your Amazon account set up. So when you start your free trial of your scouting software, it's actually going to link and you're going to be ready to go. You don't want to rip yourself off, 2 weeks of free trial because you're still setting up the account. But you definitely don't want the Amazon app. And the scouting software is cheap. Just start out with live only. It's like $10 a month. You'll be good to go.
Yep. And then the seller app's good for like cover scans. So if the cover of the book is like distinct like that, you can actually scan it. And if there's no barcode on the back, a lot of times those books have good opportunity, or the Goodwill sticker is covering up the barcode of the book. I have the Amazon seller app just ready to go, just in case I need to cover scan a book. But for everything else, you want to scan it with one of the apps. Scoutly, Scout IQ. I got Scout IQ here. They gave me a free membership, so and then it'll pop up yes or no. Look, it's still loading.
Dude, make a scouting software so we can, get our shit done with something that actually works. Dude, the Scoutly app crashes every time on Android. You open it up, it crashes, and you got to reopen it up. I get a text message, I text you back, I go back to scanning, I got to open it up 2 damn times again. I put a ticket in, contact help support. No, bro, you literally own the damn thing in the Facebook group. Like I feel like just being like, hey, I promote your software, right? Like, let's just get this shit fixed. Throw me a bone. I never come in here and complain.
Mhm.
So when I do, help me out a little bit here. Nah, just let that shit sit there. Let it be broken forever.
I asked the Scoutly guy, I said, hey, do you want to sponsor Books and Beyond, our conference? And he said something like, I don't believe in marketing. And I'm like, okay. That's when I knew. I was like, I got to get this app out.
Good. I'm glad he pissed you off enough.
It's going to be good too. Like, I can't talk too much about it, but we're going to have like a lot of data, historical data. It's going to be good. We're going to consult Mike, the used book guy, before we're going to get his permission before we launch it for sure. I always tell the ladies at library sales I'm selling because I'm trying to support the new Horse River, and then I show them a picture that they always remind me. I don't get
Horses are expensive, dude. To upkeep a horse, they cost a lot of damn money, especially if you're boarding the horse. Like, you're talking thousands of dollars a month.
That's some shit my mom would do. I'm trying to buy my son a new cat.
Yeah.
Any advice for local We Buy XYZ campaigns?
Yes. Don't pay more than $0.25 a piece for CDs and DVDs. I don't care what they say they got. 95% of it's going to be junk you got to deal with, and nobody else is buying it but you, so they always come back. And books, I probably would go on the route of free pickups because it's going to be a lot of damn work. I guarantee you they're going to be old, nasty, probably in the basement, and you're going to have to load them all to the car. You could pay by pound. It's a pain in the ass, though, if you're clearing out houses and you got your little scale. I've done this plenty of times. You'll be there forever weighing each IKEA bag, totaling it up. I only do free book pickups now, but I will pay for CDs and DVDs up to 25 cents a piece if it's really good in bulk.
Do you use the triggers that come with Scout IQ? Mike does not recommend the triggers that come with Scoutly or Scout IQ. If you type in trigger setup, Mike the used book guy on YouTube, he's got a video that.
Yeah, don't use those things. I wouldn't be pissed off about them if they would just update them, but like, dude, they're the same ones from when they launched the apps in like 2006. Like, the times have changed. I think we need to update these default triggers, guys. Hello, is anybody home? Nah. I get it though, right? Because with those default ones, you get a lot of greens. So like, it triggers. You're like, oh shit, like this is possible. But in reality, it's like $2 before your buy cost, and like you're spending $1, and then you got to ship it and the placement fees, and like you're bankrupt.
100%. Put some damn earbuds in when you scan.
Nah, dude, it's about intimidation.
Yeah. I've been watching all your videos since starting. So good, gold mine. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I bought a horse this year. Congrats. That's big. Literally. Speaking of horses, Beto says he loves horse burritos.
You stay, Deb. Just get out of the damn lot. That's my wife running her mouth about one of the members we have that eats Chipotle burritos all day long.
A horse.
How's the wholesale life?
It's good, man. My dog's like a horse. Made me think of my dog. My Doberman just runs around the house, and she's got so much energy, and reminds me of a horse. Wiener dogs are good. Not my cat. She lives upstairs, stays away from the dogs. She's pretty aggressive. There's a mountain lion outside. So I got to be careful with the wiener dogs of the mountain lion. But no, life's good. House is good. And just grinding, man. Just I might get a truck, Tundra. I'm looking at, but coaching wrestling and trying to, Amazon's always crazy. Like all the crazy stuff that's happening with books right now, there's equally crazy stuff happening in the private label space. And I feel like I'm dealing with the unknown right now with private label. It's like all the shit you don't know I'm getting hit with. And it's just like stuff. It's just like shit you got to deal with, like copyright infringement complaints, just bullshit, patent infringement, like all this stuff, all these scare tactics. And so I'm working through that. Wholesale's cranking. And
Do you think the 2026 we're going to see as many new booksellers as we have this year? Because this year's been pretty crazy of a year for book selling. I mean, if you
no, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be down. But I think, and that's why I'm thinking of like maybe not more so my content's always been towards beginners. I think both of ours kind of are geared towards beginners. But in terms of like the software side of things, kind of making sure everyone who's in the space makes as much money as possible, because like there's still a lot of people on Amazon. Like the people on Amazon are making more money than before, but there's less new people entering the market. That's kind of what's going on right now. And so as like a software service provider, how can we serve the people that are in the market? That's kind of what I'm thinking of. And Sourcing Tool helps get people in the market. So that's definitely coming out next year. And then I'm also thinking of maybe a repricer or maybe some cross listing on eBay or something, but something to service sellers better. But I don't know. Like, I don't know how the years are going to go. Like, I feel like it could ebb and flow. Like 2020 was like really brought a lot of people into the market for whatever reason. Like people were really freaking out about their financial situation. So what did they do? They learned how to make money on Amazon. And so I think if we see an economic crash or something, it could actually be good for us in terms of like YouTube and getting people in the space, because it would get people back to their roots of like, okay, let's flip shit and make money. But right now, the overall sentiment, not just of books, but just of Amazon in general, is a little bit down. I think it's because like so many people have been shut down, Section 3s. I think the hype kind of died down from FBA. Like I remember a few years ago, if you said you sold on Amazon, people would look at you like you're a superstar, and now it's kind of like, wait, wasn't that thing a scam? Like you're actually doing that. Like that's my kids that I coach wrestling. They're like, wait, you for real make money? Because they see all the TikToks and Instagram reels. And I think a lot of people look at it as like an MLM scheme, but that's just like the perception of the Amazon business. But the actual Amazon business hasn't really changed too much.
You're right. I think it's almost the opposite. Like you literally get in what you put out when it comes to Amazon. Like there's no differentiator besides like your location and your sources. Like if you just go out and scan as much as you can get way better results than me. You can get, you can have a 7-figure business. It's just a matter of actually putting in the time and effort. I personally, when it comes to like overall, like my channel members continue to grow, but not as much as when I first started. But month over month, I am up like my total actual paying like YouTube members. So I think it will slow down some. I think this one is gonna get a lot of people out. Like it's been, like you said, almost a month now. Tomorrow makes, officially started on the 3rd. Tomorrow's the 3rd. It'll be a month. I think this kind of forced a lot of people's hands who really weren't profitable to begin with, kind of out the door. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm a person that enjoys business and like having business sense besides just going and scanning things, like understanding your bottom line, your profit, how much you're making, how much you're spending. And I think when I started in 2019, you didn't have to have none of this shit. You just buy it, send it, forget about it. You're automatically going to make money. Now it requires a little bit more knowledge when it comes to actually owning a business. I think a lot of book scanners, they really don't have that. They just think you can just kind of get away with just sending whatever, but Amazon punishes you too much now with the fee. So I think it'll be down, but like you said, who the hell knows what's going to happen, right? Like, I mean, we live in crazy times anymore. I do think that economy thing you were talking about, like everybody was worried and they wanted to make as much money as they can. I think there's so many flashy things now, dude. Like everywhere you look on social media, it's like, hey, make money doing TikTok. Hey, make money doing this shit. And it's all like, it's so fake. I'm just like, everything takes work.
Yeah, my wife did make 1,500 on TikTok last month, though.
Say, dude, I mean,
crazy. Like she's just chilling here in the house, like makes a video like once a month, and then she's like, "Yeah, I made 1,500 last month," and I'm like, "You should make more videos."
You're like, "Yeah, I'm hanging it up. Can you teach me?"
1,500 for that. She's making a lot per hour. Like she probably works an hour a month, so like 1,500 an hour is not bad. Mike's bedroom's so cute.
Dude, just shut up.
A scouting app for Walmart would be great. Seller Amp has one. WAMP is what it's called. Who's the best to get on gating DVDs with particular publishers like Universal, National Geographic, or even smaller publishers?
None. It's not existing right now. Someone posted about it in our Discord earlier for the YouTube members. They're not even taking Alliance invoices right now. You can keep trying. You can submit a case, but if you're just going to submit it through the little thing here, there's a 99% chance it's going to get rejected. You got to go higher up the chain. You're going to have to create a case, have all your ducks in a row. You're probably going to have to create 10 cases if you have the actual legitimate documents. But even then, like, it's an uphill battle. It's not like it used to be with ungating. So if you do go that route, make sure you're going to be in it for the long haul, and you're not just going to submit it once and then be like, well, I guess I didn't get approved. I don't know what I'm going to do now. No, you got to be a pain in their ass.
Yeah. Have you ever used Christian Book in your community?
Yeah, I've used Christian Book. I use iNet, but not lately, not at all. Nothing's working.
15 plus tries, like the trying over and over again is not working.
No, people literally have to create cases, and even then, they're still getting a runaround. It's I don't know what's going on with the gating right now. It seems to be across the board, not even just media, other brands and other categories as well.
Yeah. How much is the price of these required softwares going to go up once? We'll see if the price goes up. So Amazon just recently raised prices for calling their API, so it's not going to affect GoToLister too bad. But I'm curious if the live plans on Scout IQ and Scoutly go away, because that's really what taxes the system is doing, live calls. So ironically, they charge more for the database, but the database actually saves them money because it doesn't require a live call to Amazon. So maybe we'll see the live plans go away next year. Maybe we'll see an increase in pricing in the sourcing tools. I think Scoutly has enough users and Scout IQ where they could probably eat it, but I don't know. We'll see. To be determined.
Once you launch yours, I'm on day one.
Heck yeah.
I'm going on record today. Day one, I'm out. I'm gone. See, I don't care if they say, Mike, you can have it for free. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get you on a few calls. We almost have the MVP ready, so.
So everybody was freaking out because they couldn't send stuff to GoToLister for like 4 days. Do you want to make a public apology to me for having to deal with all the yelling and crying over in my community that GoToLister was not working and you were nowhere to be found? It was the weekend. People were spiraling. It was the end of times. Avery took the money, moved to Mexico. We're never seeing them again.
Yeah, I accept full responsibility for that problem. And honestly, it was me assuming that my developer was going to look at the things that were going to happen. We changed developer accounts, but you don't know till you know, and then just like we had to start over from square one and build up the account. We're still building it up. We're trying to get that send now option live today. So hopefully we get it out, but things like that suck because it was like an unnecessary change. And like we could have gone back to the old developer account, but we'd rather just push through and not have to keep going back and forth.
Fair enough. Apology accepted. Kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit. Man, dude, people were. Oh my God,
Dude,
it was like
I don't blame them. They pay for one thing, and that's to get boxes out the door. And it's like, that's literally why I created Go To Listers, because other like listing is like when listing's frustrating, it's the most frustrating thing because it's not fun. You have the inventory in front of you, and then when it doesn't go out, you're like, what the fuck? Like this is literally what's going to make me money is sending this to Amazon, and now I can't do it. So
I picked a good weekend to take off. We had our yearly Christmas family gathering, so I didn't. I picked the perfect weekend to take off. Everybody's freaking out, like I don't know what's going on.
I texted you about it. I'm like, I haven't heard anything from Mike. Let's see what he's up to.
Yeah, I had stuff sitting around. Like I'll just run one through for you today, and it worked fine for me. But that was after the weekend when everybody was already spiraling to the end of times. Avery hasn't made a post in the group. What's going on? I'm like, oh my God, it's like tracking Santa. What's Avery doing every second of the day?
I don't know if I moved to Mexico. I skipped Mike and complained to Avery directly. Fix faster.
That's the benefit of using a software with somebody that's in the space and somebody that'll answer your message. That's the whole reason why it's the best damn one out there, because guess what? No one else is going to answer you. No one's going to give you a straight answer. I mean, there's no other developers that are going to be active out there and be like, hey, yeah, message the developer of the app and you'll get back there. Ain't going to happen. It does not exist in this space. So yeah, don't complain to me. Just complain to him. Next time this shit happens, I'm just going to here, go DM him on Instagram or wherever. You guys already know it though. Yeah, looking at you, Skelly. I got a ticket open from November 20th, still not answered. I don't know what I give up. I give up with that damn software.
Yeah, it'd be so easy for them. I see some of these softwares. I'm just like, my mind is blown on the stuff they don't do. Even 3 Colts, such a big company, so much money. I know I'm not the best entrepreneur in the world, obviously, but it's like sometimes I see them and I'm like, what are you doing? Looking at another, you can always see like the problems of other companies, but just being in the space and seeing these giant companies buy all these businesses and consolidate them that have nothing to do with each other, and then have like no influencers on board with them, and like no real connection to the community, blows my mind on how you thought that'd be a good business plan. Maybe maybe what they're doing works in other industries, but in our industry, you definitely need that personal touch.
Dude, the crazy thing is, right? Like, you don't even gotta have the best product if you're willing to relate to the people that are in the space and be responsive to problems when they occur, right? So you could have an inferior scouting app, an inferior any software, but if you're having conversations with the people that are using it, you're fixing things as they arise, that customer feels like you're getting taken care of, they'll still use your product. Like I can't get through to these other. I'm like, just answer my ticket. Don't tell me to open a ticket, and then you don't answer for 2 goddamn weeks.
Yeah, that is true. But I also believe the best product does win, and I think that's why Scoutly survived for so long. Is they do have a decent product. They developed so much shit. If you go to Scoutly like little settings, look at how many fucking things they have. So they had years of grinding where they just listened to one-off users and coded like solutions just for them that nobody knows about at all. And they're probably pretty good. Like if you like really dig into Scoutly, there's some cool stuff you can do that no one knows about, or they'll never know about because they don't have anyone to like communicate the message, And but I can promise you, like what we're gonna have in 2026 is gonna make Scoutly start copying again. Remember when they were copying Scout IQ? I don't know if you're really. They literally copied their whole user interface, which is damn near illegal. The only way I think they really got away with it is because technically Scout IQ copied them. I still got my fucking Scout IQ shirt on right now. I like this shirt, but technically Caleb copied Scoutly, which every fucking business. When you sold book, you copied the other bookseller who was selling book. But we're gonna put them on their toes again, on their heels, because like it was funny seeing them copy everything that Scout IQ did. And I guarantee you, once we launch the new UI and everything we're working on, like I promise you, some shit's gonna change real quick with Scoutly. It's gonna be. I'm excited for it.
The question is, do I just get completely cut off from my affiliates from Scoutly. Like when Scout IQ sold, they completely cut off all my affiliates that I had with Scout IQ. Right. So the question is, when I make the switch, am I just gonna get nothing from them because they're like, this guy's a goddamn traitor?
I wonder if that happened to me and I just didn't notice it. I feel like Scout IQ wouldn't have even done that intentionally. I'm not trying to even back them, but I feel like they're just they don't seem like they would like do something intentionally like that. I don't think they pay enough attention. I feel like maybe they would just do like a clean slate and just cut everybody off. Maybe that happened to me too, but that's funny that happened to you.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens this go around. Hopefully it happens soon. I'm willing to give it all up, dude.
Yeah, I know I say a lot of stuff software wise, but this one's gonna be fast for sure. We're already working on it. I can talk to you more behind the scenes.
Bookstore closing, 70K book inventory. Haven't seen any resellers. Would you spend a few days there scanning all day to take what you can? Are there certain sections to scan or only scan all? It depends how much they're charging. Just because they're closing, they still might be greedy. But I mean, yeah, you should definitely be able to get in there and find a lot. You want to go to the nonfiction first, of course. And then if the books are under $1, you can scan the fiction. Otherwise, you're going to leave that behind. So move on. Usually the bookstores don't carry a lot of nonfiction in comparison to fiction because fiction sells better in person. There's a lot of fiction books that sell quicker. But yeah, I mean, definitely $1 a book. Yeah, I mean, you should make a killing. With the buy box, be a little bit more aggressive. Don't send in stuff that's, slow moving if you don't have the cash flow. But 70K books at 10% accept rate, maybe even 5, you're still looking at what, 3,500 books. So I mean, you should do really, 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 really well.
That's a lot of books. Like I would recommend the most important thing you can do is get in there first. The moment you're getting in there after anybody else, like the value's gone. Get in there first. Work out a deal. If you scan the first 500 books and it's a 5% plus acceptance rate, or you're pulling consistently profitable, high profit books, that's when you need to get a team of people in there. So like hire some people. It'd be worth, like if you scan 500 books and you pull, I don't know, 25 books at like an average $10 profit, or like that would be like an ideal situation. Like that would be like, okay, we really got to buckle down and take advantage of this. Then you can pay people $20 an hour. It doesn't matter. If it's less than that, if you scan and you get like 20 profitable books at like $5 profit, that's still $100 that you just found on 500 scans. Still good, but not like a gold mine. But you never know. A lot of used bookstores have a lot of crap, just fiction. So like Mike said, go after the good stuff first, go after the nonfiction. But
yeah, if you're buying a lot too, they'll probably cut you a deal. I'm like, I'm buying 2,000 books. Like, can we do like 50, 75 cents a piece? Like, nobody else is going to come in here and buy that stuff. But like Avery said, if you get one of these scanners that actually knows what the hell they're doing, and they come in and scan before you, you'll know the first 500 you scan if somebody else has been there. You'll also be able to tell by the shelving if is there a lot of holes in the shelving, or the books a mess, kind of dead giveaways there. But don't mess around with fiction. For under $1, I'll let you do it, but focus on the stuff that's going to sell, especially with this buy box stuff. If you have the cash flow, don't go bankrupt on it. Sirloin or filet mignon? Avery, what are you going with here?
Dude, I can't even think of filet mignon right now. I can think of sirloin.
I've never had one. I mean, I think I've had sirloin's just like a normal steak, isn't it?
I'd say ribeye, but sirloin's good. It's the smaller one, but filet mignon, I feel like it's the same in my head. I can't really think of what a filet mignon, but I'd say ribeye.
I've never had either, so yeah.
You never had ribeye either?
Nah, I grew up in like the ghetto, dude. We didn't have fancy things to eat. I was talking about this the other day. People were like, was it easy like becoming a vegetarian? And I'm like, yeah, because like it wasn't like I was eating all this damn meat to begin with. I haven't even had like half the fish in the sea.
Meat's expensive. Like carnivore diet's no joke.
Oh yeah, dude. Unless you just eat the fatty crap. What about them Lakers, Luka Magic? Dude, I don't even know why the Mavericks let Luka go, but I don't follow basketball as much as I should. But I mean, the dude's one of the best in the league.
Mike, would you ever move states, or are you stuck in Kinsey?
I'm staying in Pennsylvania. All my family's here. All my family still lives down in Philly. I'm about 2.5 hours, or like an hour train ride outside of the city. So I'm in Pennsylvania for the time being. It's not terrible. It snowed today. We got like 3 or 4 inches. That shit sucks. But being self-employed, I can stay at home, stay
You're
under
not a
my
big traveler, are
blankets.
you?
What you say?
You're not a big traveler.
Nah, I mean I don't mind traveling. It's just I don't know, dude.
Are you able to go to Greenland?
What? Greenland?
Greenland, yeah, or like Africa or South America.
If I had to go somewhere in the world, I don't know where I would go. My wife would want to go probably to Japan because she likes a lot of the pop culture stuff that
Yeah, a
Japan.
lot of people do.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably somewhere really warm, somewhere maybe like an island somewhere.
Yeah. So you don't have that desire to see weird shit or see different like that. For me, that's like such like a deep desire of mine. Like I want to see Greenland. Greenland. I want to see like the scariest part of Africa. Like hopefully I'll survive all this. Like that.
Dude, a safari would be dope in Africa.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be up.
But I'm talking about like where they're doing like the rebels or like.
You're trying to get ate. You're trying to go like these weird cannibal camps and shit.
Like I don't know. It's something weird where like I almost like don't even want to travel for fun. I just want to travel to see the crazy shit of the world. Like it blows my mind how different places are. Like going to China, getting a fucking elevator, everybody like squeezes in like sardines. Like it's crazy, dude. Like and like then you realize how programmed we all are. Like we're just like all programmed to like how our society acts. But my wife wants to travel a lot too. We both have the goal to travel everywhere. So we'll see if we reach that or not. But so, like now that I have her, I'm like shit. Like going to Africa was already scary, but now going to Africa with you is like now I'm just thinking of you the whole time. Not that all Africa is bad, but there's like the middle part where the equator is. Like they don't fuck around over there.
Yeah.
Forgot why I asked that. I guess I'm thinking of like your goals. What are your goals for 2026? Amazon wise, personal wise, like
Personal wise, I want to get a house, which means I actually want them to accept my offer and not get ripped off by somebody just buying a house with no damn inspection. That's goal
Yeah.
number one. Amazon wise, dude, I'm just keep growing, man. Like it's so stupid. Like the fact of I won't quite hit 200K this year, but the fact that I even came close is like blows my mind for how little I work and how stupid I am. It's just hard work. You just go out and you just scan everything. I don't shortcut the stores. I just want to make more money, keep putting money away. You should be investing in retirement. Every single person sitting here, one way, shape, or another. Keep putting money away. Keep, just enjoying my time and building up other businesses on the side and just trying to make as much money as I can, but not work as much as I possibly can. I don't like the idea of working every day, all day long. I like the idea of being efficient as I can in a short period of time, maxing out how much money I can make. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody that's like, I want to grind 60 hours a week. For me, I can't do it anyway. I don't have enough sources. I would have to drive 3 hours one way. That kills the fun for me. I would hate my life if I had to drive 3 hours one way to go find books, CDs, and DVDs.
Yeah.
Do you have Canadians in your group? Yeah, we got a bunch of Canadians. We even have some Australians and some people in the UK. We got a little bit of everything over in the group. There's people all over the universe. There's people in Australia. Amazon really isn't even a thing in Australia, getting results in Australia. The same with the UK. And the Canadians and the UKers, they've been dealing with this buy box issue for years now. It's always been that way because the infrastructure doesn't exist in those countries. So they favor FBM over FBA. So yeah, we got people from all walks of life over there.
You need Scout IQ if I use GoToLister. Yeah, you need a scouting tool. We don't currently have a scouting tool. But like I said, we're working on something.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think this buy box thing corrects itself here, hopefully by the end of the month. If
Yeah,
not,
I think so too. I definitely don't think it's forever, but it's making me think like what are they doing? What's their long term plan? Why are they doing it? But my motto has always been chase the buy box. So however you can get the buy box best, do that. Mike's saying, better conditioned items. I don't think Mike's going to MF anytime soon.
No chance, buddy.
If the buy box goes to MF, I'm going to be telling you guys to MF. So it's wherever the buy box is at, whatever gets you the buy box, whatever gets you sales.
I will tell you right now, there was a time, probably 2022, 2023, when restock limits were a thing. They used to max out how much you could send. So you can only have 1,000 units in inventory for all of quarter four. Everybody out here who thinks you're going to walk your ass out the door, go to the thrift stores and find the same amount of profitable books for FBM that you do for FBA, I'm here to break the news to you. It ain't happening. I remember going to these stores and grinding just to be able to list some stuff FBM. It's a completely different ball game, FBM to FBA. On paper, yeah, we can sit here and say, yeah, just list your items FBM. Well, in actuality, a lot of those items are worth a lot less FBM. That's why the prime bump is an amazing thing. That's why FBA even exists. That's why me and Avery think this isn't going to be permanent, because they make so much in FBA fees. But don't think that you're just going to go find the same amount of items that you do FBA, FBM every single week, going to the same places. I live that life. It is not fun, and that shit is a grind. You're talking like a 2-3% accept rate. And the sad thing is, you'll scan ones and you'll see the profitable for FBA, and they're not for FBM. And a tear fell from my eye every single time.
Yeah. And you got to fulfill them when they sell, which is fun at first. There's nothing more fulfilling than packing an MF order. But by the fourth time, you're like, all right, I'm over this shit. I'm MFing some stuff right now because, like, in anything in Q4, like, you're not going to get anything checked in. If you send something right now, it's not going to get checked in until January. And so, like, I'm listening to some stuff MF from the house, and it's fun seeing the sales. But driving to the post office every day, I'm like, okay, I already hired help. Like, I'm done. Of course, it's Chase Buy Box, but how are you going to compete with $3.99, $4.99? You just got to sell higher price books, which goes back to Mike's point, lower acceptance rate. Rome hit up Bezos and tell him to turn back the FBA buy box. Yeah, something twisted's going on because they're reporting the buy box still, and this is why I think it's going to come back. I think it's going to come back because it's always came back, but I also think it's going to come back because right now they're giving GoToLister the buy box at the low FBA price. So, like, smart pricing and even buy box and GoToLister is still going to price it higher. So, like, they're still, like, the API is still, like, they're still calculating a buy box based on low FBA. And that's what they're returning to the softwares. But for sellers or for buyers on Amazon, they're seeing something different. So, I don't know why they're doing it. I feel like it's got to do something with the FTC case, but it could be something else too. Why didn't you have any Black Friday offers for GoToLister? We did.
What? You missed the best one of the year, dude. $400 for the whole year. What is it, like $200 in savings or something?
Yeah, $200 in savings. You shoot me a DM. It's December 2nd. Most Black Friday sales are still going. I think if you still go to the website, GoToLister.com, and go to upgrade your subscription, so go to manage your subscription. It's not live on the website, but if you already have an existing subscription, I don't think Dom took it away yet. You can still save $200, but that'll probably be gone tomorrow. So either DM me or try and upgrade your subscription now and let me know how it goes.
So what's your outlook for the overall landscape of FBA in 2020? The fees are going up, right? We know the fees, there's going to be a fee increase, but do you see any other things that are foreshadowing 2026, or do you have any crazy conspiracies about what you think is going to happen here next year with Amazon? Do you think there's going to be more restrictions? Like, what do you think about the gates and everything?
I think that things are going to keep going in the direction they are, but hopefully we see a pullback in Section 3s. Who knows? I feel like we went through, like, the auditing phase at Amazon this year and last year, so hopefully there's, like, less of that. Hopefully they fine-tune that. In terms of the fees are always going to go up. It sounds like CDs and DVDs are going down, so that's good. Buy box, I think we'll see a recovery by the end of the year. Next live will be interesting if the buy box is still not back.
Yeah, I'll be live streaming from a tent under the underpass somewhere.
Yeah. And just Amazon overall, like, my motto is just, like, survive. What I mean by survive is obviously I'm doing everything I can to grow, but, like, don't go through an account shutdown, or don't screw this up forever, which I've screwed it up a few times in my career. So, like, just keep accounts healthy that I'm selling on. Keep doing the basics, keep finding good inventory, keep shipping boxes of profitable inventory to Amazon. Every year I've made more money, and I plan on continuing to do that. And just keep pumping the content on YouTube, and I think there's always going to be need for people to learn how to make money. I really enjoy teaching you guys too. So, Yeah, more of the same shit, honestly. And then, yeah, 2026, I feel like it's going to be like a 2025 for me was like kind of like a settling in year of like just doing everything, grinding. And 2026, I hope to do a lot more software updates, grow that side of things, and then just spend as much as I'm comfortable with on my Amazon business, money wise, and just keep grinding until I can get that farmhouse with the 8 dogs and the 4 cats, a couple llamas, and then I'll be live streaming from there. Same shit.
I feel like the Section threes have quieted down. I think that's another thing that comes. I feel like everything Amazon is like waves. It comes and goes in waves. Like there'll be like 2 months where everybody's dealing with Section threes, and it'll be 2 months where nobody can get ungated. And now we
Yeah,
got this buy boxing. It's like it's just wave after wave, and there's always going to be something else. And I just
yeah,
challenge everybody, when this shit hits the fan, don't believe what Joe Blow is saying in the Facebook group because everybody's going to have some crazy conspiracy about shit.
yeah. And somebody asked earlier, why does Amazon do this? Like the way I look at Amazon now is it's just such a big organism. Like it's like millions of employees. So there's no like consciousness attached to it. Like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's just like people doing their job. Everything's kind of detached. Like the fulfillment center teams detached from the account recovery. Like it's not like a cohesive thing that everyone knows what's going on. So we're just like we actually know more than Amazon probably knows because we kind of know what's happening. We know what we know what you can do to get ungated and things. We know what you can do to win the buy. Like we kind of know more than they actually know. So like when we open cases with them, hey, bring back the used buy box. Like they don't even know what the hell that means.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And so like it's our job just to find out how to deal with this like animal and work around that. And so um, that's why we say feed the beast. We're feeding like a literal beast.
What do you think of the software that can take pictures? Gerard wants to know. I think it's still limited. Everything I've seen, even that one you sent me, Avery, like you can't do like a whole bookcase. It's kind of limited. I think because they reached out to me like, oh, you want a free account? I think it does sound neat. The fact you can just do it, but from what they're saying, it can only be between like 20 and 50 books per photo. But I mean, it will save time. Like that guy that had that crazy pic earlier, if you can just go in there and snap photos, right, and just upload the photos to the software and see which ones are profitable, um, it's going to be changing, right? It's AI. AI is taking over everything, and it can make our life easier if it actually works the way it should. But yeah, I think it'll be a whole business model based off that. The used picture bookseller guy, and I just go in and take pictures and
Yeah,
upload them.
I think it's definitely the future. Somebody's going to do it. Hopefully we do it. But check this out. So this is an app. You can see the green is like what the AI captured, and then hopefully Tom from Scoutly's watching this so he can actually implement this. And then it shows all the books, and it was semi-accurate matches, not 100%, but you see it matched with that. This is some guy in France that made a software. He DM'd me, but I think AI is getting a lot better, and I think that's going to be a reality pretty soon. But that's going to be expensive because you're going to be doing so many API calls in one go. So it's not going to be like a $20 a month plan. But I pay $100 to go into a thrift store and scan every book in like 5 minutes. Like if it was a good thrift store,
Hell
obviously.
yeah, dude, guaranteed.
So
Guaranteed. I mean, you could literally that would change so if it actually worked the way me and you were thinking it would work,
yeah,
like holy shit. Like I would spend so little time and have so much damn money, I wouldn't know what to do. I might be willing to drive 3 hours if all I gotta do is go in and
yeah.
snap a few photos, hit a few selfies real quick, grab them. Like that would literally change everything about book selling if this actually works and it comes to fruition in the mind we think it will.
What do you do with books that you don't want at the free pickup? So you're already doing the right thing. You're taking them to the local bookstore for credit. I used to do that back in the day, and it sounds like you might be getting maxed out on what they're accepting. If they never tell you no, keep bringing them, like no problem. But if they eventually tell you no, you can just space it apart if you have that many, or have your husband go, or kids, or somebody else. If they're paying well enough, then it's worth it. Like if they're paying you $20 plus per box, then it's probably worth it for multiple people to go. But that's the best thing. Otherwise, you can call Salvation Army, Goodwill, any local bookstores are great. Call the bookstores near you and say, hey, do you want extra books? And a lot of times the books you don't want to sell on Amazon are going to be great bookstore books. Like they're fast selling fiction books. So just get in touch with the community and learn like who the players are, learn who the bookstore guy is, learn who is willing to work with you at Goodwill. Maybe they have pallet connections and start looking for people who want the books. And local libraries are great too. You can drop them off there.
You literally you leverage your free books into relationships.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, I have free books. And all of a sudden you're in the library and they ask you what you do. How do you have 3,000 books you're donating to us today? You're like, hey, I have a little online business and I feed my cats, and all of a sudden you have full access to the library. You can go there once a week, scan all the good stuff. Like having that type of inventory will open up so many doors instead of just going and throwing it in the back of the Goodwill. You can use that, use it in your advantage to build relationships.
Realize it's something valuable. They might, and also remember the feeling of holy fuck, I have too many books to deal with. This sucks. Remember that feeling, because now when you go to a place that has too many books, back to the bookstore guy has 70,000 books they're trying to get rid of. They have that feeling like 10x what you feel right now. So remember that pain point, and then when you go to work with somebody else, you're offer to them and say, I'll pay you cash and I'll take away the majority of what you look at as trash. And so it's a cycle. Offer is gone. I'll DM you later. Yeah. Hit me up. It should be within, maybe Don took it down, but DM me. We'll set you up. Anybody else who wants a Black Friday deal, Black Friday deals are now running from Monday through like Tuesday, December 2nd for
I know.
So it's a marathon. So hit me up and we'll take care of you.
All right, dude. Last call for alcohol. Give me your Jerry Springer final thoughts.
Keep grinding, man. That's all you can do. Keep grinding, and congrats to us. I think we've done a live every month this year, almost.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So consistency is key.
Sales check. Last call. What sales you want to know? The best item I sold so far today, I sold Godzilla Criterion Collection for $34.02. I sold Person of Interest Season 4 for $30.99. What else did I sell? That was decent. I sold this shitty movie called Blizzard for $6.49. So I probably made $1.25. Overall sales are $525 currently.
All right, we got on my end 4K with wholesale stuff. There's a go-to Lister Flex right there, and then we're building up the private label 3,700 on the private label account right now. I can't share that because it shows my products, but how crazy is that? Shit from China selling for a profit. It's a good feeling.
It's not crazy, dude. You put in the work, man. That's a big differentiator with everything. You got to put in the work. You got to be willing to roll with the punches. Nothing works out 100% like you think it is in life and business in general. You got to just, like you said, grind it out. No matter what anybody says, go find out how much you're making per hour and get back to me. This is the worst month you've ever had on Amazon. I still want you to go say that you're probably making $30, $35 an hour, and good luck going anywhere. At least here in Pennsylvania, you're lucky you get $15 an hour. I'm just saying it's not as bad as we make it out to be if you really know your numbers on the back end.
Yep. 100%.
All right. Saturday night for those go-to Lister users, we have our monthly coaching call. I'm going to be breaking down my actual conditioning, what my plans are behind conditioning moving forward, my actual concrete evidence of why you actually have to condition up. That'll all be in an email for you. So if you're a go-to Lister user, I better see your ass on Saturday evening, 6 p.m. Eastern. If not, I mean, there's no reason not to be a go-to Lister user. I mean, it's literally the best out there. I feel like a salesman. I need like a suit or something. But we appreciate helping everybody. We appreciate you all hanging out with us once a month when we come on here and run our mouth. And yes, we're still actively sending to Amazon. Yes, we're still actively selling on Amazon. Yes, we still believe in the business model. Yes, 2026 will be our best years going forward for both of us. And it just takes more work. It just takes a little bit more tweaking in business, but that's anything.
Heck yeah. All right, brother. Thanks for
All
coming
right,
on.
dude. Appreciate it.